Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and today's shout out goes to Zero the Fox. Zero the Fox was first to say first in one of my recent videos, and thus wins this shout out, so congratulations. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, with a review of a neat new drone. This is the YLRC S138. Looking at the S138, you can see right away, yeah, it's another one of these folding drones. Folding for portability. It does come with a nice carrying case for the drone and its components, so you got that. Other things about it, it's a rarity, folks, in that you never see, or hardly ever see, a beginner's learn to fly drone with brushless motors. This one's got brushless motors, folks. That means that these motors should last extra long as compared to the beginner learn to fly brushed motor drones, okay? Those normally fail with time. These should last a while, okay? So keep that in mind. One thing, though, brushless motors tend to be a lot more powerful than brushed motors, so I am kind of hesitant recommending this for beginner flyers, but, you know, it's supposedly a beginner drone. We'll see. Now, it weighs only 128 grams with the battery installed. What does that mean? That means that this particular drone does not require registration in most countries, folks. That's a biggie right there. And additionally, it's relatively inexpensive for a brushless motor drone. I think this is running around $55 range, I believe. You know, for a brushless motor drone, that's not too bad. Now, it does include optical flow in the belly here. That's this little sensor here. See if I can bring it up and have it focus. But that's that little sensor right there, folks. It's a little camera that looks below the drone, and based on what it sees below the drone, it helps automatically maintain the drone's position in space, so it doesn't move around. It shouldn't move around. Okay, that's a great big help for beginner flyers right there. In addition to that, it comes with a little obstacle avoidance sensor that you can install on top for indoor flying mainly. Outdoors, this doesn't work so well, but indoors it works real well. And the way this works is, folks, this little hinge here, you just pop it up and just snap it into place, and it becomes an obstacle avoidance drone instantly. Okay, it's got emitters on all sides of it, and you've got a receiver on the side there. Actually, I believe it's the other way around. I'm not quite sure. But what this does, folks, is it sends out infrared beams in four directions around the drone, and it receives those infrared beams if it bounces off an object such as a wall. Again, this is mainly for indoor flying to prevent you, or to help lessen the chance of you impacting objects in your home. You don't want, again, you don't want to do that with these brushless motor drones, because these things are powerful and this could hurt. Okay, these things spin real fast. Okay, I mentioned the obstacle avoidance. It's powered by a 3.7 volt, 1600 milliampere hour battery. That's a pretty big battery for this drone. It's supposed to give it about 20 minutes of flight time. We'll see if that's true or not, but that's up to 20 minutes of flight time. I'm guessing it's probably going to be around 10-minute range, especially if you got this obstacle avoidance sensor installed. But I do recommend that you use the provided charging cable that comes with it. Notice it's a little micro USB plug, or plug in there. Do not use a regular USB cable, okay, phone charging cable in this. I already tried that, folks. The reason being, it's wired differently than this. When I tried to use a regular, you know, a phone wall charger, it just did not charge the battery. There's a little charging light that comes on. I believe it's right there. And I want to do that with a regular USB cable, but it only would when I use the provided cable. So use the provided cable to charge the batteries. Don't use your own, okay? Just let you know that and give you a heads up right there. Now this slides in. Make sure these little bumps are on the bottom when you slide it in. The other way is the wrong way. Make sure it's slid in all the way too, to prevent accidents. You don't want the battery to come loose while you're in flight. Now let's talk about the camera on this. Looking at the camera, first off, there is no memory card slot on this drone. All the video and photos are recorded to your phone over Wi-Fi using the drone's app. Now, the camera on this it records video to your phone at 720p. That's 1280 by 720 pixels at 24 frames per second. It records still photos to your phone at 4K, okay? However, those still photos are just frame grabs of that 720p video that have been electronically interpolated. That means electronically enlarged to 4K. So there's no real advantage in that. You know, it's other than they're using it as a marketing ploy to tell you that there's a 4K camera. There's not a true 4K camera. That's not a native 4K. So just giving you a heads up right there. You're not going to get a 4K camera in a beginner's drone, in a drone in the $50 price range. Keep that in mind also, folks. People are often disappointed and say, yeah, well, it's supposed to be 4K. Well, technically it is. If you use this marketing ploy, it is. The still photos have been enlarged to 4K. But again, a real 4K camera is going to up the price of that to well over $100. So keep that in mind, folks. You're not going to get a 4K in a $50 drone. Now, other things about this. I mentioned 720p. The controller has a range of up to 150 meters. It's being advertised. Now, that's control range. That's not FPV video range. And the reason being, the FPV video, this drone uses 2.4 gigahertz to send data to your phone via Wi-Fi. That works with all phones. That's a good point about it. But the problem is that 2.4 gigahertz, this controller is also operating on 2.4 gigahertz, and they tend to interfere with each other. In effect, the FPV video is not going to be as far as the control range of this controller. Your FPV video, I'm going to guess, is probably maximum is only going to be about 50 meters. But again, keep in mind, this is a beginner's learn to fly drone. Beginners should not be flying further than 50 meters. I'm going to put that out there right now. Okay. Other things about it, the controller has a lot of features on it. Let's talk about the features. Here's its phone holder for your phone. On-off switch right there. You can move the camera up or down remotely using these buttons right here. The thing is, though, these up or down buttons, when you activate them, it's not smooth. It's jerky, like that. So keep that in mind. Again, it's a $50 drone. You're not going to get real fine movement of that camera. Now, to start and stop video, you press and hold this button here for 2 seconds. And to take a photo, quick press this button. To activate the obstacle avoidance feature, you got to press this button here. That turns the obstacle when it's on and off if you want to save battery power. And again, if you're lifting that weight, that adds additional power drain to the battery. So if you're flying outdoors, remove this entirely and don't fly with the obstacle avoidance outdoors if you want to save battery power and fly longer. Other things about it, it does have a flip feature, which you activate by pressing this button right here, then telling it which direction to flip. Now, don't be doing flips indoors with a brushless motor drone. Do that outdoors only, folks. You don't want to, it will smack into something and hurt something or hurt somebody if you're flying indoors. It's almost guaranteed. So don't do that. Other things about it, it does have headless mode. You can activate by pressing this button here. And you can increase the rates. There's 3 rates, beginner, intermediate, and expert, for depending on the wind. And this button here starts the motors into idle, and another press of this button, the drone will take off. And another press, and the drone will automatically land. So that's the controller's features. Now let's talk about the app. This comes with a Wi-Fi UAV app, or you're supposed to use the Wi-Fi UAV app. Here's the instruction manual for it and how you can download it. In fact, I'm going to include this up here so you can go move your phone close to this camera screen and download the app yourself if you want to try it out. That's the app for it. Wi-Fi UAV. And with the Wi-Fi UAV app, you'll use that for viewing and recording videos and photos onto your phone. It also has some basic video editing features included in that particular app. Also, you can fly the drone using your phone. It has virtual joysticks that you can activate. And if you don't want to use this controller, you can turn on the virtual joysticks and fly it using your phone or via a gravity sensor. You put it into headless mode, and then you just tilt the phone right or left, forward and back, and the drone will fly around just by tilting the phone. And also, finally, it has what's called trajectory fly. That's a poor man's waypoints. This does not have waypoints. Let's talk about that right now. There's no GPS in this drone at all. Okay, and I've seen some ads inferring this has return to home capability, that it has waypoints capability, point of interest capability. It does not have those features, folks. Those features are only available on GPS drones with GPSs. This does not have that feature and only has that optical flow to maintain its position. But it does have, again, trajectory fly, and what that does is, folks, you'll get a little map on your screen. It's just a little gray area, and then you can draw a line on your screen, and the drone will generally fly in the direction of that line. It's just a gee whiz feature. People try it once and then forget about it and usually don't do it again. So let's go over what you get in the box. You get the nice carrying case, you get the drone, you get the sensor for the drone, you get 1 or 2 batteries depending on which version you order. I recommend getting the one with the extra battery because you're going to have a hard time getting extra batteries afterwards if you don't. You get the instruction manual for the app. You get the instruction manual for the drone. It comes in English and Chinese. Here's the English version of it. You get the controller. You get I mentioned the obstacle avoidance. You get the little hatch that goes on for outdoors if you don't want to use the obstacle avoidance. You get the charging cable. Again, recommend using this charging cable only. And you get a spare set of propellers, spare set of screws for screwing on the propeller, and a little screwdriver for installing those propellers. So that's what comes in the box, folks. So that's the YLRC S138. Let's take this little drone out into the field. Hope you enjoy these flights. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and welcome to Pleasant Ridge Park here in Girard, PA for the test flight of the S138. Okay, we are here, and notice I don't have the obstacle avoidance sensor on the top of this thing. I removed that for this flight. We do not need that outdoors. We're going to turn it on the drone like so, putting it on the pad, turning on the controller, and waiting to make sure that we are connected. We're connected. Now I'm going to open the app and connect to the app, or to the drone through the app. It has that feature, folks. Remember that. Okay, it automatically connected because I connected it at home already. So we should be good to go there. I'm going to hit start. And also we're going to see if we got FPV video. And no, we don't. So I'm going to have to back out again and see what's up with our Wi-Fi. Clicking on that flow. Wi-Fi. No internet. I'm going to disconnect and reconnect. Coming back out, we should be connected, backing out again, and hitting start one more time. There, now we got it. We have FPV video, so we're good there. Let me check the hat cam one more time before we go and before we take off to make sure I am recording, and then we'll start. Okay, we are connected, so all I need to do, folks, first off, I want to turn off the virtual joysticks, and then also, I want to start the video recording by holding down this button here. And we are recording. And then we're going to start the motors. Now, it's a breezy day today. We're going to see how well this optical flow works in a breeze. And taking off. It's breezy. But it's trying. It's trying its best. Let me get in the picture here. While it's up there. And say... How do you like my shirt today, folks? I don't know if you can see it or not. Let's come down a little lower. Back up a bit. How do you like my shirt today, folks? It's a little breezy, a little cold. But look, it's holding its position. So this is a good outdoor flyer. Now, with that in mind, I want to go to higher rates. I want to fly this faster. So we're going to go to second rate here. And while we're here, let's try a flip. Hitting the flip button. Flip. Forward flip. I'm trying to show you what I'm doing here. Yeah, doesn't want to do backflips. So keep in mind, that's probably its limitation. So, okay, let's go up a bit higher. Now, the optical flow is only going to work so far for about, I don't know. I don't think it's going to work at that altitude. Let's see. Oh, it's still working. I'm surprised. Okay, we're a good 10 feet in the air. Or actually 15 feet in the air, and it's working. Now look at our video on this. It's nice and choppy. That's because of the wind. We got a lot of wind today. But let me go to higher rate. Okay, third rate. Oh, wait, what was that? I forgot what I pressed here. Here's the third rate. Let's see how this flies as a sport drone. I'm in a headless mode. Hold on, I pressed the headless mode button. Headless mode off. Nice sport drone, okay. Coming down a bit. It's a nice little sporty little drone. Not super sporty. Now here comes a nice wind, folks. This wind, 10 miles per hour, will it stop it? That optical flow is working awesome out here. Okay, so yeah, this is an outdoor drone, folks. They say you can fly it indoors, but I would recommend keeping this outdoors. It does a good job outdoors. Let me show you the photos this takes, by the way. We saw the video coming down a bit. I'm going to stop the video recording right there for a second. Actually, let me sync it up a bit. Now, a lot of my viewers are saying, what's this syncing up? You know, I've asked, it's 4 hobby stores already. Why are you asking a hobby store like this? But this is what's called a clapperboard. Okay, what I'm doing is, I don't have a clapperboard. I'm using my hands to help synchronize my audio with the audio on my camera, iHat camera, with the video on my drone. My drone does not have a built-in microphone. Keep that in mind, folks. So let me stop the video recording and get in a picture and take a picture. I think I took a picture. Try one more. Come down a bit. I don't know if that took. If that didn't, I'm going to use the app this time. Come up a bit higher. Look at that bounce around from the... Oh, there we go. Use the app to take pictures. One more. And one more. Just showing you what the camera looks like. It's just frame grabs of the video. So, okay. Let's go back to headless mode. Now, I'm going to push forward on the headless mode. That's the headless mode direction, apparently. I'm going to turn off headless mode. Because it's not working on this windy day here. Boy, that wind's firing up here. But this drone don't seem to mind. And what's cool about it is the optical flow system works even in the wind. Okay, I'm not holding it. It's just holding its position. Oh, it's going to try it. It's fighting it. Look at that. Let's go up to it. Okay, I'm not flying it, folks. That optical flow is working real well. And the breeze is about 10 miles per hour right now. I don't know if you can hear that on the microphone, but it's working very well. So that's a great feature right there. Okay, turning the camera back on. Just a video camera, because it's not recording. No, it is. Let's turn it around and see how that optical flow works. Point in the other direction. Okay, working real well. My dog's over there. Let's see how far we can fly before we lose FPV. I'm going to go over that way. Can I fly over toward them? I don't know. I'm almost there. So I'm not going to go too far with this because I don't trust it. Coming back toward me. Turn it to the right, to the right, to the right. Should be coming toward me now. Turn it to the left. Coming back toward me. Now that's a skill you need to learn. Okay, we got it. We still got it. That's a skill you folks need to learn. This drone would be a good one to learn with because that optical flow will prevent you from getting into too much trouble. You know, if you get out there and you lose your orientation, let go of the sticks and it'll stop itself in mid-flight. See? I'm not flying it. It's flying itself. This one has a good optical flow on it for outdoor flying. I don't know how well it works indoors. I haven't really flown it indoors yet. I just wanted to try it outdoors first. But apparently it's doing a good job. Let me get in the camera again. Actually, I should turn it around and put the sun in the other direction to show you its camera. And let's go down one on the gimbal. There I am. Okay. Again, one more time. How do you like my shirt today, folks? There we go. Doing it proper now. Proper quadcopter 101 video. So, okay, I'm not flying it. It's flying itself, just like it's a GPS bird, except it does not have return to home. That's a limitation of these optical flow systems. You do not have return to home capability, but it flies well, and it's holding its position real well outdoors in a real breezy day, and that impresses me very much that it can do that. Okay, as an indoor drone, I am kind of hesitant about this because of those brushless motors. Those are kind of powerful for be flying indoors, but as an outdoor drone, this thing's awesome. I gotta say, for the price, what it can do. Now keep in mind, you know, these brushless motors, they should last. They should last quite a while, unless you crack it up real hard. That's the difference. Don't crack it up. But let's see, what haven't I tried? Oh, yeah, let's try one of these advanced features on this in this app. that's not an advanced features. And how do I back out of that? Doesn't show. Uh-oh. I shouldn't have done that. There we go. Came out of it. One of the other things on this app, I can't find. Oh, there they are, up in the upper right corner. Okay, they're all blurred out because I'm not flying in I'm flying with the controller. To do those that mode where it simulates waypoints, you got to be in flying it with the your phone, and I'm not going to do that, especially on a day like today. So we're going to keep flying it with the controller. When you're flying it with the controller, you can see those advanced features of fly 2 points by drawing on your screen are great at, but they're not really big features anyway, so keep that in mind. They don't really work as you think they would. Let me put it that way. Okay, that wind spot's this thing around, so let's fly it around. Wind's hitting it hard, but it still flies. I'm amazed. It can really zip around. I'm doing funnels with it. Confuse the heck out of it. Let's bring it down. Let's see after that. Letting go of the sticks. Pulling back on the sticks. That confused it. Okay, pulling back on the sticks. Bring it back toward me. It wants to fly forward. Is it going to stop flying forward eventually? Yeah, it did. Okay, so the optical flow took over there as it was trying to pitch into that wind. But just showing you, I'm still not flying it. So we're going to see how many minutes we get out of this battery. They say 20 minutes. That's pretty good if that's true. Let me turn the video recording back on again. Coming back down again. Syncing up the camera. You got to see the camera to do that. And again, the reason is, look up clapboard or clapperboard if you're wondering why I do that synchronization, folks. Those of you, especially those of you who said you wanted your hobby store to ask about it. The hobby people ain't going to know. The hobby store is not going to know what I was doing there. I guarantee that. Okay, that wind is really picking up now. We're about 12 miles per hour. Letting go of the sticks. Is it going to... it's still holding position. I'm amazed. And we're getting low battery power warning. What's it do on complete low battery? Does it land itself or does it fall out of the sky? That's the next question we're going to ask. Okay, I'm going to stop the video recording right now because the big feature of this, again, is its ability, that optical flow system for beginners, to be able to fly this outdoors in a field. You can fly this in your backyard in essence there, easily. So yeah, this is a backyard flyer, park flyer. Not so much indoors though, folks, and I'll show you why when I take it indoors. It scares the heck out of me to fly a brushless motor drone of this size. Even though it's under 250 grams, those motors are still spinning pretty fast as compared to a brushed motor drone, which doesn't do that. They don't make that noise. When you hear that, you don't want to get near those props. And here I am near them. So, okay, we're waiting here for the last few minutes here. Let me get in the camera, go up a bit higher. Say, hello, Ma. That's to sync up, again, the screen. But, do we got any power left to do a flip? No, don't do flips anymore after the battery starts saying it's low. So, should I run it all the way down? I am going to run it all the way down until it either falls out of the sky or lands itself. One of the two. So, doing a good job. Let's spin it. Let's spin it a bit. I like this drone. Spin it the other way. Coming around. Great beginner's drone. This is one of the best beginner drones I've seen. But again, meant for outdoors. In my opinion. Indoor flying, I wouldn't do it. And there it is. That's the end of the flight. So, out of power. So let me stop the video recording and give you my final thoughts, folks. So, again, meant as a beginner's learn to fly drone. The price is at that point, you know, in the $50 price range for a brushless motor drone with a good optical flow system for outdoor flying. I don't know how well that optical flow is going to work indoors. We'll find out. But I kind of like it. So hope you enjoyed this flight. Quadcopter 101 with the S138 drone. Quadcopter 101. Let me hold it up so you can see it with my new camera. Quadcopter 101 signing out. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here. Welcome to the indoor test flight facility of Quadcopter 101. We're going to do a test flight of the S138 indoors as promised. Mainly I want to demonstrate this obstacle avoidance system on top of this. It doesn't rotate, it stays stationary, folks. But the thing is, this only works indoors, this system right there. Because it uses infrared. You take this outdoors, sunlight tends to interfere with that system, with these infrared systems. So mainly it's for indoor flying. Additionally, I'm going to limit the flight I do indoors here because I demonstrated most of the features already outdoors. And I do feel uncomfortable, a little bit uncomfortable, I got to admit it, flying this brushless motor drone indoors. It's just a little too powerful for playing around with. You know, I feel, you know, easy if it's a brushed motor drone, but brushless, I get a little bit hesitant about flying it around myself. I don't want to get myself cut up because these will hurt. These propellers will hurt because brushless motors tend to spin quite a bit faster than brushed motor drones. Okay, I have this already bound to the controller. I'm going to put it on the takeoff pad here, the landing pad here. So we should be good to go. I got the app already connected to the drone, and we're going to hit start. And we got FPV video. I'm going to turn off that rocker bar in the lower right corner by pressing that button there. That turns on and off the ability to fly this by using your phone. Now, again, I don't recommend using your phone to fly this either. Okay, use the controller. It gives you much better control. I'm going to turn on the video recorder anyways while although we're indoors. You saw what the video can do outdoors, but let's try it indoors too. So we are ready to go. I'm going to unlock the drone by pressing this button here and pressing automatic takeoff. And we're going to see how well first off, how well the optical flow system works indoors. Notice my setup over there for my test drive facility for my FPV race cars. But let's go up a bit higher. And from there, at that position here, let's try a flip. Yeah, see? That's why I don't recommend flying this indoors, folks. Don't do stunts with this indoors either, okay? This drone is mainly for outdoors, in my opinion. Okay, let's put it back on the pad. Hopefully I didn't damage it, I'm hoping. While it's on the pad there, I'm going to do a compass calibration. Usually you can do these by down and out on both sticks. Yep, there we go. The compass has been recalibrated. You want to do that after a crash. Recalibrate your compass. And again, to do that, put it on a flat level surface and bring both sticks down and out like so until the lights blink and the compass should be recalibrated. Let's see if we've got any problems with the drone with the takeoff again. Automatic takeoff. Hopefully it's okay. It looks okay. Appears to be okay. Now I'm going to step back a bit and turn the obstacle avoidance system on. Okay, and I'm going to get down on my knees here. And the obstacle avoidance is working because you can see that blinking. Let's see if it detects the hot tub by going slowly forward. Ah, there we go. It's working. You hear that beep, beep, beeping? It wouldn't let me go any further. Let me go up a bit higher. Let's try the wall over my test drive facility, on the other side of the test drive facility. Going forward, and it's bouncing against it. I'm giving it full forward pitch. It won't let me go over there. Bringing it back again. Okay, away from the wall. Let's bring it closer. Let's see if it detects me. Bringing it toward me. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And I'm trying to pull back, and no, it detects me also. So going forward again, let's see if it detects the right wall. Going to the right. Let me go up a bit higher too. Yeah, I'm trying to go to the right. Won't let me go any further than 2 meters. 2 meters seems to be the distance. Let's see if it detects the stanchion. Yep, it does that too. So the optical flow system does work on this. Or not optical flow, the optical flow does work on this, but so does the obstacle avoidance. Let me lower those gimbals one thing here. let's go over my test drive facility and record it. There it is, my test drive facility. Okay, turn into the left. Now, when you fly this indoors like I'm doing, fly this one slow, folks. Take your time with this one, as I mentioned. You don't want to crash it, and you don't want that thing bumping into anybody like your dog or anything like your dog. You'll feel real bad. So there I am over there. Let me go up a bit higher. Hi, folks. I got my shirt today. Oh, where'd this one come from? Who out there can name who this character? Okay. Besides Quadcopter 101. Going up a bit, raising the gimbal up a bit higher. So yeah, this works. The optical flow system works. So does the optical avoidance detector. It's detecting my head there. Now it's not, so be careful. It's detecting me again. Let's go a bit faster. It's detecting the wall on the right. So now it's detecting, it's detecting the wall on the right. Let's go a bit forward. And it was gonna let me run into the wall that time. It was detecting it, but it didn't stop because I was going a little too fast. So that's why another reason why you want to go slow indoors with this. So, because you can overcome the obstacle avoidance. You're going a little bit too fast with this. So I just wanted to prove this does fly indoors, but I would limit flying this outdoors, folks, in my opinion. Okay, in my opinion. So, okay, we showed that indoor flying. That's about it. I'm going to call it quits here, folks. Landing it. So let me give you my final thoughts on this. Yeah, it's a good beginner's learn to fly drone, like as most of these toy drones are. Very good beginners learn to fly drone for outdoor flying, in my opinion, folks. Limit this to one to outdoors. Indoors, you're going to crash it, crack it up. You saw me crack it up already indoors. Just letting you know, just giving you a heads up. Very good outdoor flyer, though. Optical flow system outdoors works extremely well. I was very surprised how well it works, especially in that wind that we took this with. So this is the S138. Hope you enjoyed these flights. This is Quadcopter 101. Quadcopter 101 signing out. Hi, Quadcopter 101 here again. Hey, if you want to get your own shout out in one of my future videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's real simple. Just go to my channel page and click on that subscribe. And also make sure to click that bell button right next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified when I release a brand new video immediately and give you a chance to get that first shout out. So give it a try, folks.